Hey guys, my name is Lauren, and this is my first time doing anything like this, so I'm sorry if I ramble or if I look down at my notes. I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anything. But in about 11 days, I am scheduled to go in for a tummy tuck with muscle repair, and I am so excited about it. When I went to make the decision to have this procedure done, I did a lot of YouTube research, and while there were stories similar to mine, which was weight loss, there was one part of my story that was different than others. I have Lupus SLE and lupus nephritis, and so I thought that maybe sharing my journey of plastic surgery and lupus would be helpful for others going through this, because I had to do a lot of research on my own to find out if I was even a candidate because of my lupus. So I thought I would make a video or a series of videos rather, chronicling my journey so that others with similar issues could follow along with me. Just a little bit of a background story. In February of 2010, I went to the emergency room. I was very, very sick, dizzy, nauseous, my skin was gray, and basically I had a period that had stopped. I was bleeding very, very heavy, and I'm sorry if that's TMI, but I feel like when we're going into the world of plastic surgery, I feel like nothing's really off limits. My hemoglobin was at a 4.5, and for all of you that know anything about blood and hemoglobin and stuff, a healthy hemoglobin is 12. So basically I had to get 2 plasma transfusions and 2 blood transfusions, and spent about 4 days in the hospital, and I went home with really no answers. About 2 months later, I was diagnosed with Evans syndrome, which is basically where I had low iron and my blood wouldn't clot. And I couldn't really figure out why, but it was later that I was diagnosed with Lupus SLE, which it's like systemic lupus erythematosus. I don't really know the big long word. I say Lupus SLE. And later, when they checked my urine, it came out with lupus nephritis. Now, there are 6 different classes of lupus nephritis, and I have 2 of them, thankfully not 2 life-threatening ones. However, I will be on medication the rest of my life. Now, lupus has completely changed the rest of my life, and when I was diagnosed, I had only been married a few months to my wonderful husband. And like I said, it's changed my life. I have 2 beautiful children, 2 beautiful adopted children. Can't have children, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And so here I am. Like I said, it's completely changed my life, and so I will be on medication the rest of my life, and which is why I'm making this video. Like I said, tummy tuck. I was placed on 60 milligrams of prednisone a day for a significant period of time. Now, anyone that knows prednisone knows it is a miracle drug. It can do wonderful things. It can cure many things. However, being on prednisone for a long period of time, or a high dose even, has bad side effects. One being heavy weight gain. I gained about 60 pounds in 2 months, and as you can see, I have stretch marks all over my body from massive, massive weight gain. I'm only 5 feet tall, and so gaining a significant amount of weight very quickly just did not set well. Now, I have never been skinny, ever in my whole entire life, but that amount of weight gain didn't set well with my body. Along with prednisone, I was on 2 other immunosuppressant drugs, which are drugs that basically calm down your immune system so your body stops fighting itself, which lupus is, for anyone that doesn't know what lupus is, it is a disease where your body creates antibodies against healthy cells. Now, my lupus attacks my clotting factors in my blood, so when my lupus is active, my blood doesn't clot. It attacks my red blood cells, and it attacks my kidneys, which my kidneys always leak protein. That is my class of lupus nephritis. Thankfully, after many, many, many years on prednisone, they finally weaned me off, but I am still on 2 immunosuppressant drugs, will be for the rest of my life, and they are heavy-duty ones, and I am on 2,000 milligrams of one and 1,000 milligrams of the other. At the beginning, they caused me to lose my hair. I was very sick to my stomach. One of them is one that they give transplant patients so that when they have a transplant, the organ doesn't reject. So, and I'll be on that for the rest of my life. So it's not fun, but it's what I have to do to stay alive. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, back on track. In about October of 2017, I had had enough. I had tried every diet ever. I had tried Weight Watchers, Atkins, low carb. I'd cut out sugar. I had tried pretty much everything to lose weight. And I was just miserable. My kidney doctors had been harping on me, you need to lose weight. You know, I had developed fatty liver disease, which is basically if you are overweight enough, you develop, you know, fat around your liver, and your liver doesn't function properly, which is what was happening to me. And so they were all harping on me. I needed to lose weight, and enough was enough. And like I said, I had tried everything. And one of my Facebook friends recommended me the 21-Day Fix, which is a Beachbody workout program that comes with a diet plan, which is restrictive, but yet not. And I tried it, and I fell in love with it. I was never one to work out before, but I became a workoutaholic. And since then, I have completed 5 or 6 Beachbody programs. I love it. I now have Beachbody on demand. This is not a Beachbody ad. By no means. I'm just telling you, I love working out now. So I've, like I said, completed 5 or 6 different programs, and I have lost a total of 95 pounds. Now, granted, I've put some of it back on because it got to the point where it became a little bit obsessively unhealthy for me of, oh my gosh, I need to lose, I need to lose, I need to lose. And that's not what it was about. However, the weight loss has left me with a large amount of excess skin around my midsection. And it got to the point that I was wearing compression leggings and a waist trainer when I'd work out, so that when I did burpees or jumping jacks or any cardio, my excess skin wasn't flopping around or rubbing or red or raw. And it was just becoming a problem. So I had been, you know, hashing around the idea for a long time about whether or not I really wanted to go through with this. Well, in November of last year, I started babysitting a friend of mine's children, and I love them like my own. However, she is due this week with a 3rd baby, and so she will have 6 weeks of maternity leave. And I knew that this baby was coming. She had told me she was pregnant. So in February, I scheduled a consult with the plastic surgeon, and I met with him, and I scheduled a date, and the date is next week. And so I know I have the recovery time. I have the time off with my employer, who happens to be a friend of mine. And my husband is going to help take care of me. My family is also going to help take care of me because my dad has had a stroke. He had a stroke in January, so my mom is his caregiver, and he is self-sufficient enough to take care of himself, but also needs some general help. So my mom will be able to help me get up and get around as well while my husband is at work. But the first few days my husband will be around. She's also going to be able to help with my children. I have some friends who are teachers who are going to be able to help during the summer. I have a brother who's also going to be able to help. Just help me move around, cook, clean, take care of my children. So I'm very excited. Now, I was telling you about the lupus, how that affected it. Now, since I said that it affected my blood and my kidneys process anesthesia, blood when lupus is active, when my blood doesn't clot, I had to even see if I was a candidate. So I had to talk to my rheumatologist, which is the lupus doctor. And she wanted to check all of my blood tests, my white blood cell count, red blood cell count, and do a test called a double-stranded DNA test. And a double-stranded DNA test basically checks lupus activity and see if my lupus is even active. Now, in the kidney realm, my kidneys always leak protein, but they wanted to check my urine to see how much they are leaking protein and how much protein was in my urine to see how well my kidneys are doing and if there was any blood in my urine, because sometimes there is. Very small amounts, but they wanted to see how well I was doing in the blood test. According to blood pressure and weight-wise, she said, if you're going to do it now, we need to do it because you are healthier than you've ever been. You look great. You're young. I'm 29 years old, I should add. And so you should do it. But we need to check your blood work first. So I did the blood work, and she sent it over to the plastic surgeon because when the plastic surgeon saw me for the consult, he wanted to make sure that everything was cleared through the rheumatologist. And he said he had worked with her before many times with several of her other patients. So it's when you have a chronic illness, whether it be autoimmune or anything, you always have to be in constant communication between doctors. Whether, like I said, whether it's autoimmune, whether it's heart disease, diabetes, anything. And if I need to go more into that, I can. But I feel like that kind of covers it. I was told by my rheumatologist that my main heavy-duty lupus drug I have to quit a week before surgery because it kills white blood cells. Like the whole point of an immunosuppressant drug is to suppress the immune system. Well, when you have a tummy tuck, you have to take antibiotics. Well, antibiotics taking an immunosuppressant drug with an antibiotic is kind of pointless. So she wants me to quit taking the heavy-duty immunosuppressant to try to build my immune system up so the antibiotic works, so my body is ready for this heavy-duty surgery, because I've never had anything like this before. And I understand that. Also, she wanted me to take a vitamin, eat healthy, not gain, not lose, which is also what the plastic surgeon said. And I've been doing that. I've really tried to be good about staying on track and staying focused with my goals. Like I said, I did put on some weight after I saw him, but I've only gained about 5 pounds back, which is not bad to me. I still look the same. I don't feel like I look any different than when I saw him. But then again, that was February. So we'll see. We'll see what he says next week. But I'm just so excited. Like I said earlier, I've never been the skinny girl. And when my husband and I got married, this year will be, in November, we'll celebrate our 10-year wedding anniversary. I am skinnier now than when we got married. And that is crazy to me and insane and also very exciting. And I don't think I could have ever done any of this without him. I don't want to give him all the credit because obviously I'm the one dieting, working out, and having this done. But without his support, I don't think I could do this. But anyway, if you want more on this subject, like I said, I'm going to be posting all of this journey. I have all my surgery supplies bought, except for a couple things. So hopefully I'm going to make a video on that. And like I said, I'm going to chronicle the whole journey. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to take some before pictures, that's mortifying to me, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to do it. And yeah, I hope that you guys follow along on my journey. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all later. Bye.